Yale Assure Lock 2. Is it worth the extra money you'll spend? You're probably here because you're tired of dealing with pesky keys, worrying about locking yourself out, and feeling frustrated when your smart home system doesn't quite integrate like it should. If that's the case, then you're in the right place. But here's what surprised me. Despite its premium price tag, the Yale Assure Lock 2 has a way of making all those frustrations disappear. Therefore, if you want to know whether this lock is worth every penny, keep watching. For the best price, click the link in the description. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The Yale Assure Lock 2 isn't for everyone. It's a high-end smart lock that requires some serious investment up front. Therefore, before we dive into its impressive features and benefits, let's talk about what exactly you get with this lock. At first glance, the Yale Assure Lock 2 looks sleek and sophisticated. But it's not just about looks. It's packed with innovative features like Wi-Fi connectivity, voice assistant integration, and advanced security protocols that make your home safer than ever before. Therefore, if you're looking for a smart lock that can keep up with your busy lifestyle, this might be the one. But I'm sure you're wondering, what about the price? Isn't it just too expensive? Well, let's get into the nitty-gritty of its features and see how they justify the cost. But before we do that, a quick reminder. If you want to upgrade your home security without breaking the bank, make sure to check out our link in the description for the best deals on Amazon. Now let's talk about some of the key benefits of the Yale Assure Lock 2. Firstly, its Wi-Fi connectivity allows you to control and monitor your lock remotely using the Yale app. This means you can grant access to guests or service providers without having to physically be present. Therefore, if you have a busy schedule or live in an area with frequent visitors, this feature alone is worth considering. Secondly, the Yale Assure Lock 2 integrates seamlessly with popular voice assistants like Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant. This allows for effortless control of your lock using simple voice commands. No need to get up from that comfy couch. Therefore, if you're already invested in a smart home ecosystem, this lock is an excellent addition. Thirdly, its advanced security protocols ensure that your home remains secure even when the power goes out or the internet connection drops. This includes features like backup batteries and encryption methods that make it virtually impossible for hackers to access your lock remotely. Therefore, if you value peace of mind when it comes to your home's security, this lock should be at the top of your list. However, there are some downsides to consider as well. For instance, installation can be a bit tricky, especially if you're not familiar with smart locks. Therefore, make sure to consult the user manual carefully before diving in. Additionally, some users have reported issues with connectivity and compatibility, but don't worry, we'll get into those details later. Rehook. So far, we've covered the impressive features of the Yale Assure Lock 2 and discussed its benefits for your home security. But what about the price tag? Is it really worth shelling out that extra cash? Let's talk about some of the pros and cons in more detail. On the plus side, this lock offers unparalleled convenience, security, and integration with popular smart home systems. Therefore, if you're looking to upgrade your home's safety features and enjoy the latest smart technology, the Yale Assure Lock 2 is an excellent choice. On the other hand, some users have reported issues with connectivity and compatibility, which might be a deal breaker for some of you. Additionally, installation can be a bit tricky if you're not tech-savvy, but don't worry, we'll cover those details in just a minute. Therefore, before making your final decision, let's weigh the pros and cons carefully. Rehook. So what do you think? Is the Yale Assure Lock 2 worth the extra money? Let's get into some of the technical specifications that make this lock so impressive. Firstly, its Wi-Fi connectivity is powered by a reliable and secure connection, ensuring that your lock stays connected even in areas with weak signals. Therefore, if you have a large home or live in an area with poor internet coverage, this feature will save you from frustration. Secondly, the Yale Assure Lock 2 uses advanced encryption methods to ensure that all data transmitted between your phone and the lock is secure. This includes features like password protection, two-factor authentication, and encryption methods that make it virtually impossible for hackers to access your lock remotely. Therefore, if security is your top priority, this lock has got you covered. Lastly, its compatibility with popular voice assistants allows for effortless control of your lock using simple voice commands. No need to get up from that comfy couch. This means you can grant access to guests or service providers without having to physically be present. Therefore, if you have a busy schedule or live in an area with frequent visitors, this feature alone is worth considering. Rehook. By now, we've covered the impressive features and benefits of the Yale Assure Lock 2. But what about some real-life examples? Has anyone actually used this lock in their daily life? Let's talk to some actual users who have put this lock through its paces. We'll cover some pros and cons from their experiences and see if it matches up with our expectations. One user reported having an incredibly smooth installation process thanks to the detailed instructions provided by Yale. However, another user had issues with connectivity, but don't worry, we'll get into those details in just a minute. Therefore, before making your final decision, let's hear from some real-life users who have tried this lock out. Rehook, so what do you think? Has the Yale Assure Lock 2 impressed you yet? In conclusion, after weighing all the pros and cons, I believe that the Yale Assure Lock 2 is an excellent investment for anyone looking to upgrade their home security. Its advanced features like Wi-Fi connectivity, voice assistant integration, and encryption methods make it a top-notch choice for smart home enthusiasts. However, if you're on a tight budget or prefer not to deal with complicated installation processes, this lock might not be the best fit. Therefore, before making your final decision, consider your specific needs and priorities. Will the Yale Assure Lock 2 provide the features and benefits you need? Final CTA. If you've decided that the Yale Assure Lock 2 is for you, make sure to check out our link in the description for the best deals on Amazon.